Hello, named Jalise. Welcome out everyone to my Assassin's Creed The Secret Crusade review. Here's the thing, everybody. This book, first of all, is amazing. Like I said, everybody, I've been doing the Assassin's Creed book reviews. I'm going to be doing a book review of each Assassin's Creed book. There's 10 of them. I will be doing a rankings video, and this is just a quick summary of this entire book. This book is technically based off the video game of Altair. Just like how Assassin's Creed Renaissance, the one I did earlier about Ezio's story, this is all about Altair's story. And even though we get a lot of the points from the video game, from the first Assassin's Creed game, it really just shows how much different Altair was as an assassin, how he was brash, how he compromised the Brotherhood, how the Brotherhood operated at a different time, how they were very out in the open. They weren't stuck to the shadows. They had their own fortress in Masyaf. And besides all that stuff that you get from the video game Assassin's Creed 1, you get a lot of backstory to Altair's father, who was named, let me just double make sure, Umar, and how his father dies, and basically how he grew up with a best friend named Abbas, and how Abbas's father is technically responsible for Altair's death, and ultimately, and not Altair's death, but Altair's father's death, and how that one instance of Altair's father dying, how it constantly changed everything out throughout Altair's life, how it changed his friendship with the boy who grew up like a brother to him, Abbas, and how it ultimately leads to a great betrayal at the end. This story is amazing. Not only we get more of like Altair after him, because after becoming a mentor and all this stuff, we get stuff about him with his wife named Maria, an English woman, how she was working with the Templars and all that stuff. So there's a lot of great details in this book. There is so much stuff about this book that I greatly enjoyed. Granted, we did get a lot of portions from how Assassin's Creed 1, the video game, was into this book, since, again, it's based off the video game. But this book expanded so much more to Altair's characters, so much more, and not only with the Revelation stuff, but we learned about what happens after he got married to his wife. He had 2 kids. He went to fight the Mongolian Empire with his son and his wife, and ultimately his return, how he took on Genghis Khan. I mean, this was a very, very crucial, to me, this is the stuff what you want to read about. You want to read about stuff about, when you buy these books about anything, about lore, about Star Trek, Star Wars, anything. You want to know about new lore. You want to know about new things that you didn't get from the video games. And we didn't get a lot of details about Altair's past, about who his father was, what his father meant to Al-Mualim. And it really shows like Al-Mualim was like basically a surrogate father to Altair. So to me, this entire story of this book is a must read. I mean, the Renaissance book with Ezio Auditore, that was a good book. It just had a little bit different perspectives of dialogue, and it really gets you into Ezio's insight as a human being. So there was a couple differences in the book of Renaissance, but it wasn't a big thing. I say it was a 7 out of 10. It was just okay. But this is a must read. I'm going to give this one an 8.5. This was a pretty dang good, interesting book for the most part. And another thing that I forgot to mention, that Altair's story is being told by the father of Marco Polo. So Marco Polo is technically connected to the assassins in a sense, and so the entire Polo family. And to me, this is a great read. If you want to know more about the history of Assassin's Creed, you want to know more about Altair's past, everything about him, this is the best way to read about it. You're going to grow to love Altair even more as a character. I just love Altair. I loved Altair in the first Assassin's Creed game, but I didn't know how much of a great importance of a character he was until I read this book. I knew stuff about what happened to his children and all that stuff, but reading the details about what he went through, how he was basically examining the pieces of Eden, how he worked on it for many years and all that stuff, and to me it was really great, very interesting. I enjoyed the shit out of this book. So out of a 10, it's like 8.5. I greatly enjoyed it. My grade might change later on. It all depends on the other Assassin's Creed books I'm reading. So yeah, everyone, this is just number 2 of the Assassin's Creed books. I'm just doing random. I know they have like a date, like each one was released and all that stuff, but I want to keep it new. I want to keep it fresh, because I already have an idea what Brotherhood Revelations are going to be about. It's basically just story, basically, of Ezio and then a little bit of Altair and all that stuff. I want to know a little bit more about some of the stuff, like some of the other books, like Forsaken, Underground, even Odyssey. Even Odyssey and Origins I want to read a bit more. So I'm going to be doing just random books ones. I'm not going to go in the timeline order, but everybody, Assassin's Creed The Secret Crusade is a must-read book for Assassin's Creed fans, for Altair fans, and you're going to love this to read this book. So let me know what y'all think of one. What you think of Assassin's Creed The Secret Crusade? Let me know what y'all think of one. My name's Elise. Alfred, everybody. Bye.